And if you thought there weren't any references to the original 1995 film, think again. Hey guys, it's Kristen, and today we're talking about Jumanji: The Next Level. When Spencer goes back into the thrilling world of Jumanji, Martha, Fridge, and Bethany have to re-enter the game to bring him home. But everything about Jumanji is about to change as they travel through an expanded universe from deserts to snowy mountains to escape this dangerous game. Consider subscribing if you like my videos, and drop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts on Jumanji: The Next Level. Just so you know, there might be some slight spoilers when it comes to discussing the theme of this movie and any references to the original Jumanji movie, so you have been warned. Now, when they first announced Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, I have to admit I was a little bit skeptical, but I ended up being wrong, and I was really surprised by how much I love the film and by how many references they made to the original Jumanji film. And then when they announced Jumanji: The Next Level, I gotta admit, I was kind of skeptical again, and I don't know why, because I did love the first movie, but I'm happy to report The Next Level is really good, in fact just as good as the last film. In this third installment of the Jumanji franchise, we bring everyone back from Welcome to the Jungle: Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart, Karen Gillan, Jack Black, Nick Jonas, Alex Wolff, everybody comes back, and we're introduced to some Jumanji newcomers, including Awkwafina, Danny DeVito, and Danny Glover. This is a truly star-studded cast, and in this ensemble is where the film really shines. The way that they pay attention to setting up these characters and their mannerisms at the very beginning of this film really pays off when we see the actors switch up characters in a really believable way. For instance, the actors switch up roles with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson taking on Dr. Smolder Bravestone from Spencer's grandpa Eddie's perspective, and Kevin Hart taking on Mouse Finbar from Eddie's friend Milo's perspective. So essentially, The Rock and Kevin Hart are doing Danny DeVito and Danny Glover impressions, and it really works. Not only is it hilarious, but it's truly impressive to see these actors play against type and actually transform before your eyes. Like, you believe them. And I think everybody in the cast does that so seamlessly. Awkwafina was another actor that really impressed me with their range. The story does have a similar structure to the previous film, but in a way that sort of reminds me of Back to the Future, in that the setup is familiar and repetitive, but you're able to build upon it. In fact, with this particular sequel, I kept thinking, wow, this film doesn't feel like a cash grab. They actually managed to make a sequel that was full of heart, told a story that progressed the franchise forward, and addressed deeper, relatable messages like getting older, insecurities, and reconnecting with old friends. The reason Spencer finds himself back in the game makes sense. He felt like that was where he was his best self, that's where he found his confidence, and when he starts to lose that in the real world, he takes this chance to jump back into the game, only to find out it's not always easy to go back. Sometimes you have to face who you truly are and lean on your family and friends to help you find your confidence again. When it comes to Grandpa Eddie, not only does he go on a similar friendship journey to what Spencer and Fridge went through in the last film, but he goes through a unique coming of old age story that we don't often see. There are also so many fun references to Welcome to the Jungle in this film, from Fridge's fear of cake to Martha's dance fighting. And if you thought there weren't any references to the original 1995 film, think again. There's a diner in their town called Nora's, named after the Bebe Neuwirth character from the original film, and she even returns to reprise her role in this movie. Not only that, but there is an epic end credit scene that you have to stay for that kind of teases what we could expect in a potential next film, which also looks like a reference to the original movie where the game comes out into the real world. Honestly, I would love to see that, especially if we got to see our younger characters battling it out in Jumanji-style adventures in the real world alongside their Jumanji counterparts. That would be wild. When it comes down to it, Jumanji: The Next Level blew me away, and I haven't felt this hype leaving the movie theater since, like, ever. The humor, the storytelling, the transformations. This is truly a great sequel that feels purposeful in its storylines and its deeper messages. I can't recommend Jumanji: The Next Level enough. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll have such a fun time in the theater. This is definitely one of my favorite films of 2019. If you like this one, you can check out more of my reviews right over here, and I will catch you in my next video. See ya!